Good morning, my little friends. I hope you're all doing well. I just got in from a bike ride a little while ago, but I got caught in the rain. It wasn't really raining when I started, but then it really started coming down. But at least I got out for a little bit, got some fresh air. Today I thought I would read you a biography. This book is called I Am Amelia Earhart. Although the pictures are cartoons, Amelia Earhart was a real person, and we're going to learn a little bit about her. She had a very exciting life. I Am Amelia Earhart by Brad Meltzer. I am Amelia Earhart. When I was little, people told me that girls should wear dresses and play with dolls. They said we shouldn't have unladylike adventures. I didn't agree. In fact, when I was 7 years old, my sister and I decided to build our own roller coaster in our backyard. We placed 2 planks of wood up against the side of our tool shed. And there's a speech bubble here saying, "Grandma's not gonna like this." The cab was a wooden packing box with roller skate wheels attached to the bottom. We greased the wood with lard so we'd move super fast. And this speech bubble says, "Amelia, are you sure this is a good idea?" And she's saying, "This isn't a good idea, it's the best idea." Of course, I got to ride first. This was my moment. Here we go in 3, 2. I still remember the wind in my face. My stomach seemed to sink. I was flying. The crash was loud and noisy and messy. It certainly wasn't ladylike, but it was awesome. And here comes her grandmother saying, "Amelia Earhart, take it apart this instant." And she's saying, "That was awesome." It wasn't the last time I would fly. As I got older, I went to many air shows. When I was 23 years old, but still a kid at heart, my dad took me to meet Frank Hawks, a man who would eventually set many of his own flight records. For $10, Hawks agreed to take me on my very first flight. And he's asking, "You ready?" And she's saying, "I'm ready." For 10 minutes, we flew through the sky and out over the Pacific Ocean. By the time I was 200 or 300 feet off the ground, I knew one thing. I had to fly. To save for my flying lessons, I worked as a truck driver, which wasn't ladylike either. A stenographer, which is a fancy schmancy word for someone who writes down what people say, and even a photographer. Six months after I learned to fly, I bought a bright yellow used biplane that I named Canary. Canary is a cool name for a plane, right? And she's saying, "This is my instructor, a woman named Netta Snook." That's her real name. But here's my secret. I wasn't a natural. I wasn't the best pilot. I just worked harder than anyone else. That's enough flying for today. No, I can do better. One more flight. Most important, like that day on the roller coaster, I dared to do what so many said couldn't be done. And here's a reporter saying, "A girl flying across the Atlantic? Amelia, you sure this is a good idea?" "This isn't a good idea, it's the best idea." That's the same thing she said about the roller coaster, right? I became the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean, and then the first woman to fly by myself across the Atlantic. Back then, people took boats to get to Europe, sailing for weeks. Planes were still a new thing. In fact, on the day I took off, one magazine ran an article that said, "Women would never be able to fly that far." but I did. To do it, I had to fly for 14 hours and 56 minutes with no rest, no break. Sometimes the sun was so blinding I could barely see where I was going. In the process, I also broke the record for crossing the ocean in the shortest time, doing it faster than any man or woman ever. And she's saying, this is awesome. Then I broke an altitude record, which is just a fancy schmancy way of saying I went higher than anyone else. How high did I go? About 12 Empire State Buildings straight up, at a time when no woman had ever gone that high. The speech bubbles say, in October 1922, I broke the woman's altitude record by rising to 14,000 feet. And in July 1930, I set a speed record of over 181 miles per hour. In my life, I took many flights. Every single time there was someone who said that I wouldn't be able to do it. So we're showing back when she was little on the roller coaster and then in her plane, right? Never let anyone stop you. Whatever your dream is, chase it. Work hard for it. You will find it. It is the best lesson I can give you. I am Amelia Earhart. I know no bounds, and I hope you'll remember that the greatest flight you'll ever take is the one no one has tried before. Never interrupt someone doing what you said couldn't be done. Amelia Earhart. And there's a picture of her in real life. And here's some more pictures of her. At age 7, in the cockpit in 1936, Amelia with her first plane, the Kinner Airster biplane, which she named Canary. Frank Hawk, pilot who took Amelia on an airplane ride, and Netta Snook, Amelia's flight instructor. The end. I hope you enjoyed learning about Amelia Earhart, and maybe on this rainy day, as a little challenge, you could try to construct a little, not a real roller coaster that you ride in, but maybe a miniature one using Legos or blocks or some cardboard boxes, anything you have around the house. Make a small model of a roller coaster. If you're able to do it, send me a picture. I'd love to see it. I hope you're enjoying your time at home. I so miss you guys. I'm looking forward to when we can all be together again. Keep reading. Today's a great day to snuggle up with a great book. And I will send you another story in a couple of days. I miss you all. I'm sending big hugs. See you soon. Bye.